first half, Utah had only 4 free throws, while the Bulls had 10. And for this series, Utah's averaging 17 free throws a game. Their season average was 32. Per game, the Bulls are taking 10 more foul shots than Utah. Part of the reason why they lead 3 games to 1. Kukoc working on Malone. And loses it to Carl. Malone against Rodman. Utah looking for the lead. Stockton to the basket, and Utah in front. Stockton took a tumble, but he's okay.
That was a very physical series. Antoine Carr gave Rodman a shot. Stockton went in for a layup, and he got a shot upside the head on the fall.
Pippen misses the 3. Hornacek back the other way. He pulls up and gives Utah a 4-point lead.
Antoine Carr has really helped this team. He's given them another offensive player. He's given them a physical presence outside. This is the best rhythm they've been in all night long, Bob.
Out of the corner, Harper. Tough shot. Can't hit it. Rodman chases the rebound down. Stockton knocks it out of bounds. It belongs to Chicago. Utah has outscored the Bulls so far in the quarter, 17-7. Scotty inside, and he loses it, surrounded by 3 purple shirts. Harper and Stockton collide, and Harper is hit with the foul.
Bob, I get a sense here Utah is starting to get a little confidence right now. They're getting a little rhythm. Defensively, they're aggressive. Stockton has gone back, stripping at the post. Harper with his shoulder in Stockton's back, and they call the foul.
The ball goes off Carr's hand at the other end, and Rodman takes it. Scotty, stutter step on Hornacek. Deal out to Harper. Kukoc hasn't missed one until now. Loose ball, 4-4, and a foul. It's on Russell. It's his second. Double technical apparently on Stockton and Pippen. No shots are taken. Double technical, Stockton and Pippen. Scotty inside and an immediate whistle.
There's the elbow to the head from Scottie Pippen on Stockton. And then Stockton came over and said something to the official, and he got his technical foul, but he was not happy, as well he should not be.
Jordan trying to slice through, knocked out of bounds, but no foul.
Now you see what Utah is doing right now. It's become a very physical game, and this is the way Indiana played them. Slowed the game down, pound them inside, and put your body on Chicago every time they move.
Michael again. Got it, plus the foul. That's his first basket of the second half. It's the 3rd foul on Russell, and Michael has 15 for the night.
Now Jordan, sensing the physical play, will go inside, try to get to the basket, knowing that the referees now will send him to the foul line, and he'll try to use Utah's aggressiveness against them.
And now another double technical. Hornacek and Rodman each slapped with a T.
See, that's why you saw the technical foul early on Malone, because when a game like this, as tempers start to flare, these officials say we're going to try to get this under control. And that's why you've seen the multiple technical fouls here, the double technicals in this quarter.
Jordan completes the 3-point play. Utah leads it by 1. And the whistle blows again. Man, can they call it any tighter? The officials are really taking charge here in the third quarter.
Bob, here's my concern right now if I'm Jerry Sloan. John Stockton's played almost 8 minutes this quarter. Normally he's resting by now. Isley really struggled in the first half. He's got to buy some minutes for Stockton here, but he's got to be concerned about what Isley's going to do when he comes in.
The foul was Jordan's third. Let's watch it. Oh yeah, elbow to the face. Hornacek hit the first. And now the second. The Bulls are over the foul limit of the quarter. Utah will be with their next one. Carr is on Michael. Jumper over.
Antoine Carr did everything right. Michael just did it better. Kept him in front of him, had a hand in his face. That's why he's the greatest player in the game.
They go to Malone, who kicks it back out to Stockton. Carl with the turnaround. Good over Rodman, who fouled him.
Now you watch Michael recognizing the mismatch. He'll take Carr off the dribble, give him the step back, gets his momentum going backwards, then he falls into the J.
When is Jerry Sloan going to rest John Stockton? That's going to be critical in this game, Bob.
If I'm John Stockton, Doug, I don't come out of this game. I say I'm going to play it out. I'm fighting for my life. Don't take me out right now, coach.
Malone on his way to his best game of the series. Has scored 26. His team is up by 4. Michael given a little room by Russell. Drives on it to the hoop. And he's got 20. Howard Isley pops off the bench, so apparently Stockton will get a rest soon. Malone doubled with Harper coming over. Now it's Rodman on Malone. Again, Harper tries to... The hook is no good. And Pippen clears it. Chicago looks to tie or take the lead with a 3. Jordan can't tie it. The line drive rebound to Russell. Again, Malone is their first option. Again, out of that left block where he likes it. Across the lane, contact with Rodman. And it's on Dennis, which will be his 4th. Not nearly as effective on Malone tonight as he had been earlier in the series.
But Isaiah, we've talked about this all along. Karl Malone wheel in there and put the onus on the official. Is it a block or is it a charge? They call the foul on Dennis Rodman. Jerry Sloan likes this call. Karl Malone is going to shoot 2 free throws.
2:31 to play in the third. Utah by a basket.
Intrigue by Oldsmobile. Drive the intrigue. See the movie.
It's late, it's wet, and a flat tire puts you up against the wall. Wouldn't it be great if you could just drive to safety? Now you can with new Goodyear Aqua Steel Run Flat. Even with no air pressure, you can drive up to 50 miles at 55 miles per hour to safety. Aqua Steel Run Flat. Only from Goodyear.
Goodyear, Goodyear.
Some call it crude.
You hired me to find your girl, and I did. And then the truth is, I started to like her.
Bizarre. And obnoxious behavior.
Are you making all that big noise?
But they call it love. From the directors of Dumb and Dumber and Kingpin, Cameron Diaz, Matt Dillon, Ben Stiller, there's something about Mary. Rated R. July 15th, only in theaters.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Miller Lite, who reminds you that whenever you feel good, it's Miller time. And by Intrigue by Oldsmobile, a sophisticated twist on a sports sedan.
The view from the Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes, based in Pompano Beach, Florida. At the controls, pilot Richard Daniels from Burbank, California.
Karl Malone has been terrific tonight. He's taken a lot of criticism, but tonight he's put his team on his shoulders. You see the open jump shot where he buries it. Steps out once again against Longley and hits a medium-range jump shot. Now he's got it deep in the post, and he attacks Dennis Rodman. This is what he has to continue to do. Karl Malone has taken a lot of heat through this series, Isaiah, but tonight he's been the guy. Now the rest of his team has to come along with him. They have a 2-point lead, and they got to bring this home if they want to get to a Game 6.
Problem is for Utah right now, Malone is the only one who's involved. Offensively, they don't have a player yet who scratched double figures.
Only Malone scored in double figures for them in their horrible game in Game 3 when they scored only 54. And that would have also been true in the Game 4 loss had not Brian Russell hit a three-pointer at the buzzer to give him exactly 10. Malone makes it 54-50. Rodman with 4 fouls on the bench. Stockton also resting for Utah. Kukoc thought about it, gives it back to Pippen. Hornacek on it. Jumper over Jeff. Won't go, but the rebound bounces to Longley, who can't finish it, but eventually the tip is there.
Looked like Luke Longley got away with a little push in the back there to get that offensive rebound. Pressure's on Howard Isley here, Bob. 4 turnovers in 9 minutes in the first half.
After playing so well earlier in the playoffs and in Game 1 of this series. Malone. He continues to carry the Utah Jazz as they try to stave off elimination. Malone has 30. Michael, 4 seconds to shoot. Rebound to Isley, who saves it in the car. Utah looks to increase a 4-point lead. Hornacek spins to the hoop and is fouled.
Now you watch Malone in the post. Jordan can't really help because he's guarding Hornacek, and Malone takes his time, turns around, and shoots the jumper right over Longley. And you watch Hornacek now getting himself involved, forcing the action, driving to the basket. Now he's on the free throw line with a chance to make 2 free throws and push this lead to 6.
The foul a moment ago on Kukoc was his first. This weekend, the WNBA begins its 2nd season on NBC. Tomorrow at 4 Eastern, a rematch of last year's championship game. Rebecca Lobo and the Liberty take on MVP Cynthia Cooper and the champion Houston Comets. Then Sunday, also at 4 Eastern, Lisa Leslie and the LA Sparks face Michelle Timms and Cheryl Miller's Phoenix Mercury. Over 17,000 fans attended the Cleveland Rockers opening night victory over the New York Liberty last night. Some interest in the WNBA.
Adam Keefe is in the game right now for Antoine Carr, who gave them a great 11 minutes.
Pippen, catch and shoot, and it spills off into the hands of Keith. The pass from Hornacek hit the side of the backboard, but Longley, in the meantime, fouled Malone. That's 4 on Longley. Rodman also has 4 as they try to defend Malone.
Well, Utah was very fortunate here because this ball hit the corner of the board. Malone posting, they said Luke Longley grabbed his arm on that little post play, but stay active, keep going into post.
Now, this is when Chicago really gets in trouble because with Rodman with 4 fouls, Longley with 4 fouls, they become very tentative. And once you get past Rodman and Longley, Doug, they have no big men on the bench. This is, again, where the loss of a Brian Williams or a Jason Caffey may come into play.
The first one rattles out on Carl. Muttering to himself, as is his style, before releasing it. 1 of 2.
I tell you, Bob, if you can get a stop here, you're up 7, and they get a score, you go up 9. That means you outscore the Bulls 15 points in this quarter. That would be huge after the poor first half offensively.
Five on the shot clock. Kukoc for 3. How big is that? The pass from Malone stolen by Pippen. He beats the buzzer from beyond half court. And despite Kukoc's 3 near the end of the period, it's still a huge quarter for Malone and the Jazz, down by 6 at halftime, up by 9 as we head for the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Tony Kukoc, with 22 points, already has a career playoff high. We're back after these words from your local station. You're watching the NBA on NBC.
Introducing the all-new 1999 Grand Am. Its solid form design provides a stronger body structure so you can play as hard as you like with hardly a rattle.
Solid.
Excitement, well built. The all-new Grand Am by Pontiac.
Jack Foley, famous bank robber.
From the creators of Get Shorty.
Stop! Get your hands in the air!
Don't point that thing at me.
George Clooney.
Be surprised with all you can get. Ask for it the right way.
Jennifer Lopez.
Like to get out and tussle a little bit?
We tussled.
Ving Rhames.
Don't expect a tip.
I'll just take your car.
And Albert Brooks.
Nice house.
Thank you.
Out of Sight. Rated R. Starts Friday, June 26th at theaters everywhere.
You never forget the time when your team was crowned NBA champion. And although you can't turn back time, you can always relive the moments with the 1998 NBA Finals commemorative book and video. Call 1-800-715-6200 and get this season's highlights of the NBA champions' march to glory by owning the official 1998 NBA Finals commemorative book and video.
K's all new with Gwyneth Paltrow and Dwight Yoakam. NBC tonight.
This is a new Nissan Maxima, a new Altima, and this is the Nissan $100 Challenge. Test drive a new 98 Nissan between now and July 6th. Then if you still end up buying or leasing a new 98 Honda or Toyota car or truck within 30 days, we'll give you $100. Of course, if you buy the Nissan, you'll get something even better, a great car at a great price. The Nissan $100 Challenge. Nissan must receive validated test drive form with required documentation by 8/31/98. Significant restrictions apply.
You know what makes Coors Light special? It's perfect. Almost anywhere. Anywhere there's a fan craving a taste of the Rockies, that's where a cold Coors Light belongs. If somewhere an athlete is playing sports and someone else, a fan, is watching him play sports, well then that's where I'll be. Because that's where a frost-brewed Coors Light belongs. Now who wants one? Cold Coors Light. You, sir, in the blazer. You, sir, with that putter. Put that stick down. Pick this beer up.
You have heard the rumor.
Spurs. Will it really be a weekend washout? My forecast after the game.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
Utah, with its biggest scoring period of the series, a 29-point third, enters the fourth quarter of Game 5, up by 4. The period will begin with Karl Malone, who has scored 30 points, resting at least for a while. But how long, Zeke, can you keep him out?
If I'm Karl Malone, I would stay out about a minute, and then I'll go back and tell Jerry Sloan, put me back in this game, and I'll finish it off, because right now they have the pace and the rhythm of the game the way they like it. It's a slow game, and you're not going to expend too much energy in this type of game.
Meanwhile, Stockton can't take much of a breather. He's back on the floor because Isley has been completely ineffective. Jordan guarded by Russell. Pippen, before he can take the shot, it's whistled off. The three won't count. Scotty is 0 for 6 from three-point range, and that could have gotten him untracked, but they wave it off. Foul on Keefe is his third.
Jerry Sloan has really got to keep an eye on this lineup right now, because Pippen and Jordan are in the game. You know they're going to try to go on a spurt here. So if he feels anything at all, call a timeout, get Malone back in the game. You cannot let Chicago go on a run.
Kerr hits the three. Three-pointers by Kukoc near the end of the third. And Kerr at the beginning of the fourth make it a one-point game. Foul apparently on Michael, and if so, that's 4 on him.
Bob, how do two possessions change the game so quickly? Utah in control, up 7, back-to-back threes, make it a one-point game.
Stockton looking for Anderson. They're kind of adrift offensively without Malone. That's one way to cure it, though, as Russell sticks a three. Back up by 4. Michael into the lane, dishes it back out to Kerr. And he can't hit his second straight three as it rattles in and out, and Longley grabs the rebound and is fouled by Carr. Malone's coming back. He sat out only 1 minute and 16 seconds at the start of the fourth.
I think that's a great substitution, because Antoine Carr played 11 minutes of the third quarter, and he has not played that many minutes. And you also were getting stagnant here. You were trying to post up Shandon Anderson against Michael Jordan. I don't like that matchup.
I would live and die from here on out with my 1-2 punch of Stockton and Malone.
Pippen. Scotty again. Turnaround. He's just 2 of 14 for the night. Stockton's going to have to carry the load in this fourth quarter, because I'm not so sure Sloan's going to trust Isley down the stretch. Here's Malone again.
See, now what I loved about that, Brian.
Two of the Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes for tonight's overhead shots.
The importance of cutting when you throw the ball in the post instead of standing. What happens is, now watch Luke Longley as this ball goes into the post right here, and you make the cut. Longley's going to drop just enough to allow Malone to turn and get the shot. He has to protect against the cutter, freeze it up in rhythm. That's why you've got to make the Bulls move. You cannot stand and let them dig into the post and then recover.
Malone 14 for 22. Utah as a team, an incredible 14 for 18 in the second half. Jordan spinning, popping, missing. Rebound to Malone, acting like he wanted it. Stockton playing heavy minutes at age 36. 6 points, 10 assists, 5 steals, only 1 turnover. Malone into the lane. Doesn't get the roll this time, and Pippen snatches it down. Kerr, room for a three.
Steve Kerr hits huge shots.
Utah throws it away with exactly 8 minutes to play. And Chicago gets it back down by 5.
See, if you're Stockton, you got to be smarter right now. Call Malone down into the post. And don't try to go at Anderson. Get the ball to Malone in the post.
Hold on, says Bennett Salvatore.
Steve Kerr in the open floor. Nobody covering him. Hits the big three.
Foul. The Bulls have only one. Michael with room and knowing what to do with it.
Bob, you got to go back now to Karl Malone and Stockton. They have got to carry this team right now.
Michael, meanwhile, has 22. They heed your advice and give it to Malone. And he has 35. Utah by 5. Jordan deals to Longley, who connects off the baseline.
How about that shot? Luke Longley has struggled all night long and steps out, and Michael Jordan trusts him enough to give him the 18-footer.
Trying to back in on Longley. Instead, his pass eludes Morris, but there to pick it up as Russell beats the shot clock and misses the 3. But it's taken by Malone. Utah with more success on the offensive glass tonight than at any time in the series. Russell poked away, taken by Morris. Russell again, got to force it. And Chicago comes away with the ball. It's Michael. No shot, foul as he made his move. Going to personally take this thing back to Salt Lake City, or he's going to go out with guns blazing. He's 15 of 24 and looking to score every time he sees the ball.
Bob, I think Stockton really needs to get involved offensively. He's only got 6 points. He's only taken 7 shots. At the end of the game, when you look at the Utah Jazz, Stockton is the guy in the last 5 minutes who's their clutch player, and he's got to take over this game right now.
Kerr, confronted by Carr. Now Stockton catches up. Anderson's on Jordan. Michael into the lane. Ball knocked free. He thought he was fouled. Instead, it's out of bounds off Chicago.
Let's see who guards Antoine Carr. If it's a smaller player, I think you've got to go with him in the post against Kukoc right now.
Stockton. Nice speed inside the Carr. And with the head fake, he shakes himself free for the layup.
See, he's got the power over Kukoc because Longley's playing against Malone now. That's a matchup that can hurt them, Isaiah, if they don't come back with Rodman.
And also Kerr is in the game now guarding Stockton, and Stockton has an advantage. He can see over Kerr to make passes.
Michael with 5 on the shot clock. Spins into the lane and draws contact, which will bring him to the foul line.
Now, the last time down, Jordan thought he was fouled. He didn't get the call here, and it led bonus. So every time Chicago gets fouled, they're going to the free throw line.
And meanwhile, Chicago, as Rodman returns, along with Harper, Chicago has only 1 team foul with 5:02 to play in the period.
Chicago now is going to their defensive lineup. Now they've got Harper and Rodman back in the game, but Antoine Carr is going to be guarded by Kukoc. So if they load up on Malone, he can score for them. They need not let him go out there without going to him a little bit.
Michael cuts it to 3 with the 2 free throws. Malone finds Carr from 20. Got it.
See, now with Malone getting off on the inside in the post, now Chicago has to come in double team. And when you come in double team, they have shooters on the floor.
And a whistle before Jordan releases the pass inside to Pippen, an offensive foul. It'll be Scotty, his third.
See, what Antoine Carr gives you is a big man who can shoot. So if they're going to go down.
Stockton around Harper, then circling back. Running everything off of Malone. Backing in on Dennis. Stockton. 3 seconds to shoot, and Pippen fouled him. The basket doesn't count, but the foul is Pippen's fourth.
Bob, this is a critical possession. They're up 5. If they can push it to 7 or 8, this would be a big, big...
Then scoops it up and in.
They're afraid to double team because everybody can shoot the ball now for Utah. They got to stay at home.
37 for Malone. Utah by 7. Knocked away from Jordan, recovered by Harper. They throw it away into the backcourt, and Utah will have it.
But I like what Utah is doing right now on the offensive end. They haven't gone to the pick and roll, and they keep them in the post.
Stockton underneath to Anderson, cutting baseline, but he couldn't finish it.
It's like Tony Kukoc got a piece of it at the last moment. Big defensive play.
Jordan double pumping. And Bennett Salvador spots a foul. People trying to save the moment. Among the many possibilities, and who knows how it will play out, but among the many possibilities is that this is Michael Jordan's final game as a Chicago Bull. If they win it tonight, or his final game here at least, possibly, if they have to go back to Salt Lake City to finish the series one way or the other. Out of bounds to Utah, 6 on the shot clock, 2:49 on the game. Shoot, long. Rebound fought for Carr, tries to save it in, but Kukoc grabs it. To play. Jordan's jumper is off. Loose ball. Jordan's got it. Another try. Pippen's tip. And finally a rebound battle and a whistle. Here's Malone. 8 on the shot clock. Out to Hornacek. Off the dribble. Gets rid of it to Carr. Can he hit again? Yup.
He's been a man tonight. I don't know where he's been early in this series, but Antoine Carr, if they win this game tonight, will be the key factor.
They're up by 7 with 1:50 on the clock. Kukoc cashes the 3. He's got 25 on 10 of 11. Hornacek. Carr into the lane. Finds Anderson open. Rodman grabs the rebound. Jordan just 1 of 6 in this 4th quarter. That won't stop him, though. He was fouled and he'll come to 9 at the line tonight.
And this was the big Kukoc 3. Look at Malone playing so far off of him. You got to get up and put the defense on him. Make him put that ball on the floor. Nothing easy right now if you're the Jazz.
Two-point game. Just moments ago, it was 7. From Stockton. Malone, 39 points, and personally pushing this series back toward Utah.
And Jerry Sloan likes what he's getting.
Dennis Rodman has said he can play. Malone leading the way. Utah is 20 of 30 as a team in the second half. They have 50 second half points after scoring just 30 in the first 24 minutes.
Bob Phillips substituted and put his shooters on the floor now, so he has Kerr out there instead of Harper. In case they help, you got a three-point shooter. If a shot is missed, if you're Utah, 5 guys must be on the board. No second shots for Chicago now.
It'll be Kukoc to throw it in. Michael's got it, double team. Kukoc open for 3. Missed it. And Utah has the rebound. That's only the second miss of the night for Kukoc, but that one didn't even draw iron. Stockton. 12 on the shot clock. Carr brings it back out. Malone will shoot it and miss it off the back iron. Chicago still has a chance. Michael, Tony again for 3. And he was fouled and will shoot 3 free throws.
What a mental mistake by Karl Malone. I don't know if he was on the line there, but if not, that's a 3-point shot, so 3 free throws. Let's see if he's behind the line.
Yep.
Oh, 3 free throws. That is a costly mistake for Utah.
With 18.9 seconds. Kukoc, whose previous career playoff high was the 21 points he scored in the Game 7 clincher here against Indiana in the Eastern Conference Finals, has 26 tonight.
Now you got Harper coming back in for Steve Kerr. Remember, he got a big steal against Stockton for defensive purposes right now.
Now, Bob, the one thing now is Utah doesn't have to shoot. So if they get it down here across, they want to have it in the hands of a good free throw shooter. The shot clock is off.
Utah has not been to the line in this quarter. Chicago is perfect from the stripe until that shot. The rebound is grabbed by Russell, and he's never taken down a bigger one. There's an immediate foul, and it's Pippen's 5th. Hornacek to Stockton. They play a game of keep away. It's Carr. Kukoc chases him and fouls him.
See, John Stockton, to me, should have kept that ball in his hands. Even though Antoine Carr is hot right now, Isaiah, I would much rather have him shooting those 2 free throws right now with his experience, even though Carr has been hot.
I agree with you, Doug.
Carr steps, 14-year veteran out of Wichita State. A 4-point Utah lead. Timeout Chicago. 10.4 seconds remaining in Game 5. And how important has Carr been down the stretch? This is Kukoc after missing the 3rd free throw. He had made the first 2, but couldn't make it a triple. We'll be back.
Some resistance here. They just can't let the Bulls get a quick one with, 2 seconds or whatever. They love to throw it in quickly to Michael, isolate, and let him go right to the basket.
Kukoc will play it in. Pippen, who's had a poor shooting night, out to Kukoc for 3. Into Stockton. Kerr chasing him. Stockton gets away. Ahead to Hornacek. And Pippen dives to foul him, but with only 1.1 second remaining. They couldn't catch them to foul him soon enough. Even though Kukoc hit the huge 3, his earlier free throw miss is now the difference in the game, 1 point.
Championships are won at the free throw line. And you see Scottie Pippen fouled out here right now. In this game, came in shooting extremely well, but tonight, only 2 of 16.
And it will be Hornacek stepping to the line. When he does, saying hello. In this case, Not saying hello and I'll be home to start summer vacation, but maybe hello and see you at Game 6 Sunday. But even if he makes them both, the Bulls will have a chance to tie with a 3. And he won't make them both. The Bulls have one timeout plus a 20. A 2-point Utah lead. Timeout Chicago. Bulls ball at half court. All right, Coach.
Well, that miss is deadly because what it does now is a 2-pointer or 2 free throws tie the game for you. Before you were going to need a 3. They could throw the ball in, you could take a foul, and basically the game would be over. Now you got to be concerned. First of all, you know the Bulls are going to try to get the ball to Michael Jordan or Kukoc. You don't want to give up a 3, but at the same time, you don't want to foul here either. So you've got to try to contest a shot without fouling, and under no circumstances do you give up a 3-point shot. A 3 beats you, a 2 only ties you.
Kukoc, who has had a spectacular shooting night and now has 30 points, is 4 of 6 on threes and 11 of 13 overall from the floor. There's the last one.
See, if I'm Michael Jordan or Tony Kukoc right now, if I can get that ball and create some type of contact, I know we're in a bonus. If I don't have a clean look at it, I'm going to try to draw a foul and get to the foul line. I think if Chicago loses this game, I really think that they fell asleep at the wheel. I think they left home too early. Started celebrating, started thinking about, you know, what we're going to do at the rally, the celebration.
Quickly, let's go to Jim Gray.
Jerry Sloan really didn't have much to say, but what he did say, he said 3 times. No foul, no foul, no foul. Bob?
Utah breaks its huddle first. Hornacek, Stockton, Malone, Russell, and let's see who joins them as the 5th. It's Shandon Anderson.
What they'll do is they'll switch anything right now, so any screen, Bob, will be an automatic switch.
Burrell, who's a 3-point threat. Kerr, of course, also is. Kukoc and Jordan all line up near the top of the key. Harper's going to throw it in, and Hornacek will be on it. Delay of game warning intentionally taken by Utah, and a 20 taken in response by Phil Jackson.
Back in the passing lane, because if he throws it in and they throw back to him, you can't get the shot off. So he really is out of the play with 1.1 second. He needs to get back in the play. Double team Michael, do something where you just can't let him throw in and catch and shoot, Bob.
Chicago has used its last time out of any kind. And now Utah will ask for a 20. A 2-pointer.
Well, that's a good move. Now you've got a bigger guy who can smother the passer.
Yeah, you don't want that passer to get a clean look.
It'll be Harper to throw it in. Looking for Kerr, and Stockton knocked it away.
Now only 0.3 of a second. All you can get is a lob if they keep it at 0.3.
But Jackson is lobbying for some extra tenths to be tacked back on. And he's going to get something out of this. Let's see how much. 0.8.
You can still catch and shoot on this.
Into Jordan, a prayer. We go to Utah. Rip up the headlines. It is very much a series. Chicago leads it 3-2. Game 6 in Salt Lake City. And if a 7th is necessary, it's also at the Delta Center. And here's Jim Gray.
Thank you very much, Bob. Antoine Carr, you turned out to be the difference in the second half. Why did Jerry Sloan put you in? Was it simply to try and change things up?
I think he wanted to bring a little bit of more energy into it, and I was ready to play. I wanted to get in there and bang. I knew if we got more physical with these guys, that we could probably turn up the heat on them.
Absolutely nobody expected this tonight. Where did you guys find the inner strength, and particularly Karl Malone, who's been so criticized?
Well, we don't believe in quitting ever. I think we get all ours from Jerry Sloan. He's a hard-nosed guy, and that's the way we play.
Are you now, would you consider yourselves to be in the driver's seat? Because this is how the series would be had it gone on schedule 3-2 with the last 2 games, you the home court advantage.
Well, we're down 1 game still, so we have to go home, get ready, and try to get another one. And if we can get that one, then, hey, it's the final game.
Where did you find this offense here in the second half?
Well, I've always got the offense. It's just I got an opportunity to put the ball up, and I was able to put it in the hole.
Karl Malone's performance, how would you describe it?
Gritty, hard-nosed, and once again, great.
Congratulations, Antoine.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's send it down to Ahmad, who's with Karl Malone.
All right, thanks, Jim. The first few games, Karl, everybody was throwing dirt on you. You hadn't had a great game, pressure building, and then tonight you show up with a great game.
Well, I try not to think about all the stuff that was said, Ahmad. I just try to come out and play the same, get myself ready to play as usual. But sometimes you can't help but listen about it or whatever, and everybody had us written off or whatever. We needed to win a game here, we did. But I'm not looking for anything individual. I'm looking for it as a team. You know, we'll let everybody else do all the talking. I'm sure we was taking our doses, but the way this team responded was tremendous, and it showed a lot of heart, a lot of character. I have nothing to say about my game.
Having won this game this evening, what does that do for your confidence going back home?
1 game at a time. Like we said, we needed this game right here, and 1 game at a time. And like I said, if we continue to play as a team, we got a good chance. We're going back home now. Shouldn't get in the comfort zone because those guys are going to give us everything they got on Sunday. But the most important thing, we won the game we needed to win as a team, not as Karl Malone, but as a team.
Well, Karl Malone, the mailman, has delivered here tonight.
Well, thank you.
All right, thanks, Karl. Back to you, Bob.
Ahmad, thanks. Malone has had bigger numbers offensively. He's had 50-plus point games, but all things considered, this might have been the biggest game of his great NBA career. Meanwhile, Michael Jordan shot 9 of 26, only 1 of 7 in the 4th quarter, and when his last-second prayer went unanswered, Chicago had to join Utah on a flight. They won't share the same plane, but they're both going back to Salt Lake City for Game 6. So it's Sunday at 7:30 Eastern. With the Bulls now in front, 3 games to 2. Tonight, after your late local news, an all-new Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Jay, welcome.